Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the True Arena here. This is going to be something that, gosh, I don't think I've done the True Arena in this game since the original in the Wii. And it's like back in 2011. So we'll jump right into it. Alright, we'll do a start here. The True Arena is going to be a 21 boss gauntlet. It's going to be all the hard mode bosses from the main story. Then we're going to be doing the Magolor epilogue bosses. And then we're going to start doing some of the final bosses from both modes. I'm going to go ahead and do a sand ability because the guard is actually really nice. Alright, well the first boss is going to be Whispy Woods, so that's actually the easiest boss in the game. Okay, we'll keep doing some damage here as soon as I start seeing him doing his... Yeah, if you start seeing that, ground shaking, then he's going to start doing his spikes. Alright, in this phase he's going to start sucking in, so you're going to do is just keep running. Just keep running. Just go ahead and jump away from the apples. And just continue on the... Yep, more damage. And more spikes. And just keep doing the up. Easy as that. No damage. Yeah, Whispy Woods is always the first boss in the game, Kirby games, for a reason. Okay, the next boss we're going to have Goriath. Goriath does a lot of jumping and moving around, but since we have that up B combination with sand, he should be fairly easy to reach. Alright, we're on phase 2. No damage so far. We're going to start going to basically Super Saiyan mode. And speaking of the Dragon Ball references, you're going to start doing a Spirit Bomb. Alright, another good damage dealer is hopping out of guard mode when you're sand. That actually does quite a bit of damage. No damage on Goriath. Awesome. That's good because these ice physics end up being a real pain in the butt. Alright, next we have the mini-boss gauntlet. We got Kibble, Moundo, Water Galboros, and Dubior. The only real pain in the butt is Dubior, but that's because he's really hard to reach. Okay, you're gonna start charging. Go. Yep, like I said, the guard getting out of there with that up attack when you're done with it is pretty nice. You press B when you get out of guard. Like that. And the good news is, for sand ability, you're actually completely immune to damage. And if you end up accidentally bumping into these guys whenever they're already downed, you don't take any damage. Alright, no damage on these guys. Yep, you can see just how well the guard is on this. The only problem is, unlike the other abilities, you can't actually move around when you're guarding. Alright, we have all 4 of the Sphere Doomers. It's a gauntlet of 1 regular one, the fire and the electric one. No, I'm wrong actually. It's actually the electric one first. The electric one, and it's going to be the irregular one and the fire one. come down. They take a little bit of damage from the collision. Then we have the ice one. So the blast. Then he'll take a dive bomb, and that should finish him off. Great. That wasn't too hard. They did take a couple of collision damage. I'll do Fatty Puffer here. He's not too hard, but he's got a bit of a hitbox on him. Just keep doing the sandcastle. For the sake of knowing what it is, the sandcastle is going to be a downed and up and B in rapid succession. And it seems to be the biggest damage dealer. And there we go. Alright, second phase. He'll get a much, much larger hitbox. And all you gotta do for the sand ability is just stand there. Or guarding. Do a water blast. It'll go down. It actually starts to track you, so you might want to watch for that. There we go. Fatty Puffer, no damage. That's actually pretty good. And also, for sand ability, it's definitely not one you want to pick for speedrunning. But if you want like some solid guarding and some damage, you can't go wrong with it. Okay, we got Gigant Edge, King Boo, and Bonkers. Another mini boss gauntlet. Alright, we'll start doing. Oh boy! Yeah, actually, I thought I was gonna get nailed there for a second. Luckily I didn't. I thought one of those coconuts was gonna nail me in the head for sure. And the worst part about those kind of attacks is it knocks your ability out and you have to go back and get it. Alright, we got Mr. Dooter, and we have all of our healing, which, for the True Arena, you get 3 maximum tomato, which is a full heal. Those 2 on the top there, they substitute it for a regular tomato after the fact, but you can only do it between rounds. You have to get a lot less healing than you do in the regular arena. See, you just dodge, you won't take any damage from him. Of course, I get greedy and end up taking a hit, but that's what I get. We'll start doing a big fire punch. Oh boy! Yeah, and he'll actually reach up there and try to get you. I was gonna say, I really wanted to finish him off there because he was actually gonna start using Gordos on me. Alright, we got Metal General. Good news about him is, since he's a boss that ends up having a robot come after him in the main story, it doesn't happen in this version. Not too bad. Alright, second phase, he's gonna start getting on some rockets, start making some big rockets. At least we got rid of one of them, so we don't have to worry about too much. What happens is these rockets start tracking your movement, and they'll actually start landing on you, leaving some fire. Got a bit of extra chip damage. I'm gonna go ahead and start letting these blow up right here, so the fire that ends up being left there is a minimum. It should be him coming after the fact. There we go. There we go. That was actually completely with no damage too, and he's not too bad. Alright, we got Crown Doomer. So the first boss that we fought were actually a random order. Whenever you get done with that set, you fight Grand Doomer and then you fight Landia in a fixed order. You can see what kind of damage. See? Very... easy as pie. Yeah, that sandcastle, this one right here, does a lot of damage. And the best part is, you see how it's standing there? It stays there until something collides with it. And then, of course, Landia is next. After Landia, we'll start fighting the Magolor epilogue bosses. Oh boy, I forgot all about that move. Yeah, that's like the one move of Landia that I always forget. And I'll start doing a fireball move, I think. I'll start moving a little bit closer, and they'll actually come back. The crown one will swoop on me. I remember that. Yeah, see, Landia is not too bad. Then after that, they start throwing the Magolor epilogue bosses at you. Those guys are... they're like, see how Fiery Puffer is actually a reskin of Fatty Puffer? So there's a reskin of Fatty Puffer, Mr. Dooter, and Goriath. And since I fought these guys recently, I actually know what the patterns look like. So I was actually going to get hit there. Okay, he'll start doing a big roll. Now just watch the background. If you see the background of him being up, go stay down. If you see him go down, go up. Fire blast. I tell you what though, that sandcastle does a lot of DPS. Alright, next is Hydriath. He's a lot like Goriath, but he actually ends up using... So I was talking about how there's a Dragon Ball reference. what he Goriath does. This guy does like the flash step and everything. I'm not a huge Dragon Ball fan, so I'm not really sure what the terminology is. Okay, second phase. Okay, we'll start doing another layer. You really can't go wrong with that sand castle. He'll start bouncing around. He'll do another teleport. And there we go. Yeah, my normal go-to ability on Kirby games, especially in the True Arena, is usually Hammer because of the invincibility frames when you dash. But just doing this is awesome. Alright, no healing. I feel pretty confident here. We're going to go against the Rampaging Doomers. It's like the mini-boss that we had earlier, but there's like usually about one or two of them at a time. These guys are a little bit different. They actually leave explosions. Oh. When in doubt, just guard. You guys are everywhere, good grief. Alright, now they start being a little bit more coordinated. There we go. So I am hurting a little bit. I'm actually going to go ahead and use one of my tomatoes now. And it's actually a really good spot because we're more than halfway done. And these other bosses I'm actually a little bit more familiar with again because I just did these guys last day or so. This guy's a little different than Mr. Dooter. He actually leaves an electrical shockwave when he lands. Go. I figured I was going to kill him with the last hit, so it was safe to do that. And since we took that maximum tomato earlier, we have that spare one. It heals like a fraction of the HP, so it's good to use those when you have some damage. Alright, this is going to be Crown Doomer. This guy is a reskin of Grand Doomer. He's a bit harder. He leaves the lingering explosions like the Rampaging ones do. Alright, phase 2. So far no damage, which is good. Knock on wood. He's gonna start doing an attack that starts pelting the entire field. It's good to just dodge like that. And if you want an ability that dodges like this, but you don't want to do sand, there's always stone. These bosses are going to start teleporting a lot now. Behind him, and there you go. Yeah, you see he's not too hard. You just got to know that he leaves those explosions where he flies, and you're pretty good to go. Alright, we have HRD3. This is the robot that shows up after you beat Metal General in the extra mode, but since he's by himself, you kind of know what to expect. Start doing the laser. Make sure to fly when you do this. It'll start leaving a trail. Alright, Metal General's actually in the cockpit. He'll actually start launching missiles out. He'll start doing a spin. Make sure to fly. I'm trying to be conservative here, because I know what to expect from this guy. There we go. You can actually damage him a little bit whenever he's doing this spin. There we go. Alright, he'll start going to his second phase. He does a lot of the same moves. Perfect spot because you can start wailing on him, and he can't hit you because he's doing that giant cannon. So I took a little bit of damage, which is good, because I still have that spare tomato. The problem with this guy is he's got such a huge hitbox. As long as you know his telegraphs, then you're pretty okay. It's a good thing I'm healing too, because we have the Lor Starcutter. This is going to be basically like a shoot 'em up. It's a 2D shoot 'em up. It plays a lot like the Galactic Nova from Superstar. We'll start throwing his ores. Now these will actually start following a certain pattern. There we go. Now the red ones will actually home in on you. He'll shield and he'll start trying to ram you. I'll do it again. Make sure you just stay out of that cyclone. So, if you get hit by that cyclone, he does a lot of damage. Alright, he's doing his second phase. He does a little bit of different moves. He will do the homing in charge attack again. And he's going to start trying to nail you with these stars. He'll track your movement. So just keep moving. Alright, he'll do a combination of red and blue. These things will actually go into the background. No, you just gotta make sure to just stay out of that cyclone. Just keep circling him around him. Ironically enough, that move there is the hardest one for me to dodge. We'll start throwing these again. There we go. Now in his second phase, when he throws those wings at you, he'll do the one and the other, then he'll actually start throwing both at you at the same time. Alright, we have Magolor. This is actually the phase 1 of the final boss. I kind of know to expect of this guy. There we go. Just keep doing up B. You'll actually hit all of his projectiles when you do that. Now he's already on phase 2. He'll start doing a black hole in the middle. Just run and stay out of that. He'll actually try to suction you in. And you cannot stand guard that. Because if you try to stay in there, you're going to get sucked in and take like a third of your health. Oops, stay out of that. He'll just do a beam of energy like that. We'll start firing blasts from the background. Just guard. Yeah, see, Magolor's not hard. Alright, next boss is the thing I'm the most nervous about. This is Galacta Knight. He is actually the boss that he is only exclusive to this mode. So you can't get some practice on this guy unless you actually go in here. And I'm almost fully healed, so I'm going to go ahead and just give it a go. I'm legitimately nervous about this guy. He's not really that hard. Oh boy. I think I can guard that. Okay, well it didn't matter because it didn't reach the end of the screen. Alright, this is when it gets hard. This is the second phase. Ooh, you see what I mean? Just stay out of the ground when he does that. He'll do that move that the Crown Doomer does. Like, he starts hitting the entire battlefield with those. You can actually dodge it if you just stay on the edge of the screen. And I don't know why I was freaking out so much about this guy. This guy is... He's usually in the true arena. He's actually really hard compared to everything else. Alright, so we have 2 more bosses left. The first boss is going to be the final boss of the Magolor epilogue. I have a maximum tomato for each of these. So I'm actually going to go ahead and utilize this so I don't end up screwing myself over later. Alright, so the Master Crown, he's got some huge hitboxes. Oh, it's also a spoiler for people who haven't played this game yet, by the way. This is actually the thing that's on Magolor's head. When he does that, stay off the ground, because he's going to be another one of those attacks. Alright, phase 2. The good news about these bosses, like especially the final bosses, they usually have a mode where they require you to ditch your ability. And it's not so in the arena. They kind of give you a little bit of a break. He'll go up and down, and then you're going to go middle. I could have just dodged it with my ability, but I actually wanted to try to dodge it. Just dodge it. Big apple. So these actually explode if you don't get rid of them fast enough. Oh, got nailed a little bit there. Oh boy! I know what that is. I actually did not see that attack whenever I was doing the Magolor epilogue. I actually didn't see this move either. They'll do that and they're gonna come back and hit you. There's a lot going on the screen. There we go. Yeah, Master Crown's not too hard. But the final boss is going to be... actually the second form of the final boss. Magolor Soul. He is the form he's in extra mode, but they actually buffed him. He does a lot more dangerous moves this go around. Also, the music is really creepy, and I like it. Anyways, let's just hop right into it. So yeah, you'll see what I mean. If you fight him in extra mode, you'll see what I mean when he's much different in this. He's probably among the hardest soul bosses in the Kirby series, to be honest with you. Okay, see? He normally fires just one, but he fires two now, so just stay out of there. He goes much faster here than he does in normal mode. Do some spikes. Unlike the version in the extra mode, these stay. Alright, and the other real kick in the butt there, he actually has a second phase. And if you do take some damage, mercifully they give you an apple. And these moves are actually completely exclusive to this mode. He has super forms of the sand ability. I don't know if he's stuck you up if you try to guard it, so I'm not going to find out. And he also has the super mode of the mecha, which is really dangerous. I'll do a gigantic beam in the middle to just stay out of there. We're gonna do the next super beam mode. Discard. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to mess with it. Maybe a different time I'll do a different ability. And he'll start doing the fire. He actually directs where he's going, so this isn't too hard to dodge. I would have been fine there anyways. Alright, he'll invert the entire screen, which is a little messed up. Do a super hammer. Just stay out of the icicles. Now he's in the super mode of the sword. And then he should revert the screen back. There he goes. And that's it. Yeah, see, not too hard. I mean, you get a lot of experience with these guys in extra mode, I mean epilogue, but besides probably Magolor Soul, they're not any different. The only one you should watch out for is Galacta Knight, because again, he's only in this mode. And that is first place. See, the other thing I can mention about this is, in this version, there's actually items you can use as souvenirs that you can use as an extra healing item. If you do that, they end up giving you a an emblem next to the character you played as. So I'm just doing it for perfectionist's sake. Alright, and that's the True Arena. This is actually a lot of fun. I was really nervous about Galacta Knight, but it ended up turning out pretty well. So, alright, that's it. See ya.